What's up, everybody? Coming to you live for the first playoff video we've ever done, besides the Super Bowl prediction video.
Yeah.
Which make sure you watch that because we want to see if we were right, and that was like 2 months ago.
Yeah, this is the first. I guess this is the first actual. Yeah, I guess you go. It's the first actual playoffs. So
Yeah, it's wild card weekend.
only 4 games, and they get. Let's see. This week's 4, next week's 4, then 2, and then 1. So that won't be too bad. So first game is the Raiders at the Texans. Two very struggling teams that are.
Yeah.
People are surprised they even made the playoffs.
It'll
the
be
Raiders
good though
not-
because it's usually like the first wild card game is like one team that should have went to the playoffs and guaranteed, and then like kind of like our Seahawks last year.
Yeah. Well, the Raiders definitely.
It's kind of good to see 2 new teams like in the mix, you know.
The Raiders deserve to be there. It's just
Although
not,
the Texans went last year, I think.
not with Matt McGloin. That's the only problem. They don't deserve to be there. They deserve to be there with Derek Carr.
Yeah, they're gonna struggle without him. I would not be surprised if they lost, and
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna pick the Raiders,
Uh,
but I can see them lose. I'm picking the Raiders though.
no, I don't think there's any way they can win.
Khalil Mack, he has to take over the game, which he could do.
I mean, he could, but you got to think. Last week they were struggling to pick up first downs. I mean, they weren't struggling to score. They were struggling to pick up first downs. That's a whole nother like.
Brock Osweiler's back in the game, which usually is like, oh, our quarterback we signed for $72 million is back, yippee! But that's
Yeah, no.
they obviously would rather have Tom Savage, but he got hurt, so
I can.
I think Brock Osweiler will. He won't lose him the game, but he won't win him the game. If that makes sense.
It'll definitely be interesting to see. I mean, you never know.
I'm
This
picking
could
the
be
Raiders.
a
I think the
battle
Raiders
of
will do. I think the Raiders are a better team.
battle of the bad quarterbacks. The best.
Yeah, well, one of them we don't really know much about.
Up next, you got the Lions at the Seahawks. I think this will be a very interesting game being played in Seattle. The Lions look like they
Golden Tate's coming back to Seattle.
really good the first half last week against the Packers, and then it was just like.
I wouldn't
second
say
half,
it was even remotely good after that.
Yeah, it was
They were
like, what
awful
in the world
second half.
happened? It was like, what in the world? If they can recover, they can win. But the problem
Golden Tate's
is,
about to have a day.
the problem is, I think, can they recover? I don't know if it's a.
I think Golden Tate's gonna be big time. He's coming back to Seattle, and he's been big time since he left Seattle.
I think I'm going to pick the Seahawks just because the Seahawks are always good in the playoffs.
I just see them winning, even though I'd rather them lose because they're not like my favorite team out there. But I'm really trying to think hard about this because I don't know. It's so close because it's like the Seahawks are a better team, I think. But I think that like Matt Stafford won't do awful like he did last. Well, he didn't really do awful, but
He couldn't.
the
keep
Lions
it, like-
haven't really lost too many games this year in a row. Like that's why I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna pick Seattle though, just because they're the safe bet.
They're the safe bet. It's at home. It's the playoffs. I mean,
Well, if they're in Seattle, and they always seem to do well in wild card rounds.
yeah. AFC wildcard games. You got the Dolphins at the Steelers, and this could actually get interesting because the Steelers won the division in their division, but the Dolphins, who are in the Patriots division, I mean, they beat the Steelers 33-3 earlier this year.
Yeah, these are the Sunday games, by the way. The other ones are
Oh
Saturday.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it wasn't AFC, NFC. It was Saturday, and then Sunday had one of each conference.
Oh, that's right. I don't even know. What
They
I
had
was
one of
thinking.
each conference. I just want to clear that up. I think the
I
Steelers will
think
probably
the
win.
Steelers.
I really don't like to say it because I kind of like seeing the Dolphins do good. I just don't think they'll be able to beat the Steelers. I think Le'Veon Bell will just run over and over until they just eventually break through with the run game.
Yeah, when you're averaging 165 yards a game or whatever he's averaging now after that last game, it's kind of hard to bet against him when they're running back to doing that.
Yeah, I see this. I see the Steelers winning for sure.
Yeah. And the last game is the Giants at the Packers. I think this is the game everybody's really excited for. I don't know why it's not being played Sunday night, but
Yeah, it goes 1 o'clock. The game we just mentioned, and then this one's at 4 o'clock. The other one goes at
4:40.
Well, I think the other ones are like that because they're West Coast times. They have to.
yeah. I'll be honest. I think the Packers shouldn't worry about this game at all. Like, I see them as good as Aaron Rodgers just played.
You didn't pick them the last couple times though.
Yeah, but I was
Our
like,
one Steven, he wasn't too happy about that.
yeah, Steven, I'm picking him this time.
He
don't
wasn't too
worry.
happy about that. He didn't like all that.
But,
I picked them both those times, but I think I might go against them this time just because I could see Eli Manning getting hot and their defense is picking up a little bit. I don't think they should win, but I feel like they're going to.
I've learned my lesson against betting against Aaron Rodgers.
I haven't done it yet, but I'm doing it. It's gonna work the time I do it though.
Aaron Rodgers is like what? I think he's 39 touchdowns on the season. I know he has the most in the league.
Well, Eli Manning doesn't like to do good till the postseason. Like this is the time he's good. Right? This is the only reason he's hyped up so much. All that hype you hear about him is because of this right here. Yeah. I'm picking him. I'm normally not like a.
The second time they won the Super, not the first time they beat the Patriots, they were a wild card team. They went all the way through.
They were 9-7 in 2007. They were 9-7. They got beat by the Patriots like 2 weeks before the playoffs. Then they just barely got in. I mean, barely. I mean, they were 9-7.
Barely got in, yeah.
And then he started getting hot. Like that's what the defense carries him. And then when they get the postseason, he can kind of help them out. That's what I think will happen.
All right, so you got Giants?
Oh, dude, all day long.
Steven,
the only team that can beat the Cowboys, they can do it. They can beat the Packers.
All right, well that's the first week of playoffs, wild card
weekend. I mean, it's playoffs. It's exciting, but that's all the games.
That's it. Yeah.
Kind of depressing.
You didn't you have a shout out you wanted to give out?
Oh yes, sir. King Charles. He's been a huge supporter for our channel. Check it. We're gonna put his link in our description. And, he has some really cool Madden series. Have you seen that yet?
Yeah, I was watching. He puts like almost full games up or something.
Yeah, he does like a series. He has like this player called Tiny Tom, and he has him like 5'5", and he tries to make a good run game with him.
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool.
So
and then Texas Dipper 77. We'll put his link in there. He's number one fan of number one supporter.
We have a couple of these getting ready. If you do want one, just let us know. Put it in the comments or contact us on social media. We have an unboxing video next week. It should be coming in tomorrow, so we'll unbox it next week and post the video.
Check out Texas Dipper's unboxing video too. It was pretty good.
Yeah, he had a
lot of good angles of the belt.
Yeah, he had better.
Because we didn't get to do all the angles he did.
Yeah, he moved the camera around and like zoomed in on it, so check that out. That's first week of playoffs. First week of playoffs, a couple shout-outs. Check those guys out. Like, share their videos.
They'll be in the description, but like I said earlier, but we'll put both of them in there. Make sure you check them out.
All right. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.